Of all the comforting traditions that grace our screens, few capture the heart quite like the BBC's Antiques Roadshow. It's more than just a program, it's a weekly pilgrimage into the attics and hearts of Britain. It's the gentle hum of anticipation in a sun-dappled garden, the collective hope of a community gathered among trestle tables, each person clutching a piece of their personal history, wondering, could this be the one? It's a place where forgotten trinkets become treasured artifacts and dusty heirlooms are revealed to be national treasures. On a picturesque day in West Yorkshire, amidst the hopeful faces and curious objects, this very magic was about to unfold. The air was filled with the usual buzz of quiet discovery, the murmur of experts examining porcelain, silver, and art. Then, through the crowd, came an item that immediately cut through the noise. It wasn't gleaming or grand, but it possessed a rugged, undeniable charisma. It was an American powder horn, and it was about to make one guest's stay in the most spectacular fashion. The object found its way to Ronnie Archer-Morgan, an expert whose passion lies in the unique and the miscellaneous, the very soul of the roadshow. His eyes, accustomed to seeing thousands of objects, lit up with a genuine spark of intrigue. You could see it instantly. This was not just another piece to be catalogued. This was a story waiting to be told. He leaned in, his curiosity palpable, and asked the question that always opens the door to history. I really like this, and I'm really curious to know what made you bring that to the roadshow. The owner, a woman with a clear love for the past, didn't hesitate. Her answer was one of pure passion, the kind that resonates with anyone who has ever been captivated by a bygone era. I'm fascinated by the Wild West, she confessed with a smile. So when I see something like this which I think came from America, I like it. It was a simple, heartfelt admission. She wasn't a seasoned collector chasing profit. She was a history enthusiast who had followed her heart and purchased something that spoke to her spirit of adventure, a tangible link to the world of cowboys, frontiers, and untamed landscapes she adored. Ronnie beamed, his own enthusiasm matching hers. It's a powder horn and it's a cow horn, he confirmed, handling the object with a reverence that immediately signaled its importance. He turned it over in his hands, not just looking at it, but feeling its journey through time. This is a fabulous thing, he declared, his voice filled with admiration. I think it's stunning. For the guest, this initial validation was thrilling enough. To have an expert of Ronnie's caliber share her appreciation was a joy in itself, but he was just getting started. As he delved deeper, his expert eye began to uncover the horn's hidden secrets, layers of artistry that set it apart from anything he had ever encountered. It's the sense of design and the way it's executed, he explained, tracing the intricate patterns with his finger. I've never seen such high relief on an American powder horn. He was describing a level of three-dimensional artistry that was exceptionally rare. This wasn't a simple tool etched with a name or a date. This was a piece of folk art, painstakingly carved with a skill and dedication that elevated it from a functional object to a masterpiece. The artist hadn't just scratched the surface, they had sculpted it, pouring hours of their life into its creation. Then came the question of its past life, the colors it once wore. Ronnie pointed to the mellow, aged patina. I don't know whether it's waxed or whether it's lacquer, he mused. This would have been colorful. It would have been garish originally. This would have been bright green, like emerald green. Suddenly, the muted historical artifact in their hands was transformed in the imagination. You could almost see it, vibrant and new, a flash of brilliant green against the buckskin jacket of a hunter or pioneer, a bold statement of pride and personality in a harsh and often monochrome world. The discoveries didn't stop there. Ronnie turned the horn to its end, pointing to a feature so subtle the owner had missed it entirely. In the end there we've got a picture of a woman in a big hat, he revealed. The guest gasped softly. I didn't know that. There's her face, there's her shoulders, and it's set in under the transparent horn, Ronnie detailed, showing her the tiny, protected image. It was a deeply personal, almost intimate touch. He speculated, I just wondered if it's a kind of pin-up that the hunter carried, because it looks like a printed image. It was a secret sweetheart, a memento of a loved one left behind, carried across prairies and through forests. This tiny portrait gave the horn its heartbeat, transforming it from a beautiful object into the cherished possession of a real person with a life, a love, and a story now lost to time.